What's good, y'all? Welcome back to a brand new video. Now, when I woke up this morning, I got the news from Adrian Wojnarowski. Look at my phone, said, yo, Eric Bledsoe got traded. And he did not get traded to the place that you thought he was going to get traded to, but he got traded to Milwaukee. It was a team that was on the list of people that could go out and get him, but I personally thought he was going to end up in Denver. But I guess Milwaukee had a better trade, which is weird because what they did trade was almost nothing, and now they got Eric Bledsoe. So in this video, we got a couple purposes. One, to see if 2K thinks this trade is realistic. Did somebody get finessed? Two, can Eric Bledsoe help the Bucks win a championship this year? And three, if they can't win a championship this year, I'm gonna step in and try to help them win the next year. All right, so right now the Bucks are 4-5. I did from start today because I wanted to be as realistic as possible. Even with the realism, I got the injury zone. We can't even trade Greg Monroe right now. We're gonna simulate a day or two to get him, but he's injured. And then I do got Jabari Parker out with his torn ACL. So we're trying to keep this as realistic as possible. Let's do that. Greg Monroe is now back from injury. Perfect. So now we can make the deal that happened. So it was Greg Monroe, a highly protected pick, which is lottery protected, and then there's some protection after the lottery. So, you know, they didn't really give up that much, especially since they've been trying to trade Greg Monroe since they signed him. You know, it's kind of crazy, and he's only averaging 7 points per game this year. For Eric Bledsoe. Now, in the Suns' defense, they did not have much leverage because everybody knew Eric Bledsoe wanted out. He tweeted, "I don't want to be here." So because of that, teams are like, we're not giving you too much because you have to trade him. You feel me? But let's see. This is the deal. And there were tweets that maybe some second round picks are going to be thrown in. But as I'm recording this video, that has not been confirmed. So we're going to stick to what we do know. And that's Greg Monroe and a lottery protected first rounder for Eric Bledsoe, EB. And they declined it. You're asking me to give up a valuable asset, Eric Bledsoe, when none of the assets I get back seem nearly as valuable. That's not happening. Well, yeah, that's what a normal GM will probably say. But again, you guys have no leverage, so the deal is done. So yeah, I did have to put trade override on for this deal to happen, but the deed is done. Yo, okay, pause. 2K has been bad so far this year. It's like, as far as the 2K support, whatever, they had a lot of bugs and everything. They're finally getting around to fixing it. But one thing I do love are these new pictures. Yo, these new pictures are dope. I can't even lie, even though this should have been the pictures, you know, when the game dropped, but I'm gonna give him a pass because the season hadn't started. So guys like Dennis Smith Jr., you didn't see him in the official jerseys just yet. You feel me? So I'll give them a little pass, but these pictures are nice. I was just looking at the Suns picture before this video, and these jerseys are so nice, man. They look good on all these players. But anyway, back to what this video is about. So Eric Bledsoe is now on the team. So right now they have been starting Brogdon, Tony Snell, Chris Middleton, Giannis, Thonmaker. In real life, I think John Henson actually started last game or something like that. But now we bring in Eric Bledsoe, EB. Some people say we look alike. I don't really see it. He's going to be our starting PG right now. And the way I hope they do this in real life is that they have this guy, Tony Snell, come off the bench, right? Malcolm Brogdon can play shooting guard. I think coming into the league, he was a shooting guard, but they needed a point guard, so they put him at the one, and it kind of worked out. And the reason I'm putting Tony Snell to the bench is because, well, if I would have put Malcolm Brogdon to the bench, I just think the team would be a lot worse. So I'm going to put Eric Bledsoe in, give him good minutes, because right now he's probably the second best player on this team. He's probably the second best player on this team, but we do have to get minutes for Tony Snell because Tony Snell is still going to be a part of this team because Tony Snell actually has some game. So Chris Middleton's getting 41 minutes. Oh my God. So let's give him about 20 minutes a game. There we go. This is what I hope the rotation would look like, but I'm, not confirmed. Eric Bledsoe, Malcolm Brogdon, Chris Middleton, Giannis, and then Thonmaker. Coming off the bench, we got John Henson, Dellavedova, Tony Snell, and Mirza Teletovic until Jabari Parker comes back, and then they got to figure out who they want to start. But for now, this is what we're looking like. We're going to get to some games. See, look, even if you make Malcolm Brogdon the shooting guard, his overall goes up because I think that's like what his real primary position is. I think this trade does help the Milwaukee Bucks. I think that's how it's going to be. And we will talk about that on today's podcast. The first game of Eric Bledsoe's career in Milwaukee, well, he puts up 29 points off 12 for 20. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. But I do think this trade helps this team out a lot. Do I think they're a championship contender now? Probably not, but they are a better team, and they got him for this year, at least one more year. So I'm just going to sim. I'll go to the All-Star break, and then we'll be back. So right now they're 30 and 27, not as good as I thought, and that's mostly due to the last 6 games, them dominating. But before that, you know, we were taking L's left and right. I was like, whoa, what's going on here? This last game, yeah, that's the type of numbers we like to see Giannis do. But let's look at our numbers. When 2K, they never really have Giannis average over around this. And in real life, even with Eric Bledsoe there, I think he could average still 26, 27 points per game. But it is what it is. They got him averaging 25, was still good. Eric Bledsoe's averaging 21 in his new role, which is basically what he's been averaging for the past couple years. The difference is he's shooting more efficiently from the field, and from free throws are about the same. Chris Middleton doing his thing. Malcolm Brogdon doing his thing. Tony Snell off the bench is, you know, doing what he does. We still got 1 and 2 weeks before Jabari Parker comes back, and then we really got to worry about our rotation at that point. Let's see what team are above us that probably shouldn't be. The Hornets are 32 and 25, basically fighting for that 1 seed. Yeah, real life, maybe not that. Not saying they're a bad team, they just not the second best team in the East. But let's simulate these next couple weeks so we can get Jabari Parker back, and then we really got to worry about rotation, because I think I may just have to move. There we go, Jabari Parker's back. He's day-to-day, but I want to get him 100% before I bring him back to the court. But in real life, I think I would want Malcolm Brogdon coming off the bench, man. I got 4 extra minutes to give out. Let's just give them to Malcolm Brogdon until Jabari comes back. I think I would have Malcolm Brogdon move to the bench. There it is. So let's manually do the rotation. And let's take some minutes away from Malcolm Brogdon. Let's give him 25. It's a good amount of minutes. Actually, Mirza Telalovic, yeah, you shouldn't be getting that many minutes. You shouldn't be getting minutes at all. Let's get Jabari back in. 22 minutes is good, but I think he deserves more than that. Let's just move him up the rotation. Move Malcolm Brogdon to the bench. Move up that way. Let's take some minutes from John Henson a little bit. I think this is good, because coming back from ACL injury, you don't want him playing, you know, the 38 that you giving Chris Middleton. But around that seems good. So this is what the rotation is going to look like to end the season and get into the playoffs. Because right now we're in a race. Right now we're going to be in the playoffs with a 5th seed. So I'm going to finish it out, and I'll see you in a minute. Steph Curry wins MVP. Again, these new pictures are dope, man. It feels like a new game. When 2K first released, it didn't feel like a new game, but this one does with the new pictures. 6th man of the year went to Rudy Gay. Ben Simmons wins Rookie of the Year, which is weird. In real life, he probably will, but in 2K, usually Lonzo wins it. So it's good to see some realism there. Defensive Player of the Year went to Anthony Davis. Domantas Sabonis wins Most Improved, which is cool. In real life, he has been balling because Miles Turner had been out, but Miles Turner's back now. Rookies in their new jerseys. Oh my God, Laurie. You're looking dapper, my guy. Looking dapper. Milos, even though he's pretty much out right now. Kyle Kuzma. Malik Monk. This is dope. That's dope. Okay. And Giannis was on first team, I'm pretty sure. Did I see Giannis on first team? He was. Yes, all NBA first team. So right now we're the 4th seed. We're going against the Charlotte Hornets. Let's get into it, man. They should not beat us. Oh, they beat us 1 game. But I mean, like, the series should go our way. They don't have as much firepower as we do. Come on, 1 more. There we go. So now we're going against the Toronto Raptors, who are the number 1 seed again. Just like back in the day, they win game 1 by a convincing margin. Game 2, we win. Game 3, we lose. Game 4, Game 5 is the most important game, and we lost it. Okay, we'll simcast it. Again, if we don't win this year, we're still going 1 more year, because that's when I'm going to take over the team to try to do a rebuild. We win by 1. That's big. Thon Maker, big game, buddy, big game. Game 7, can we get to the Eastern Conference Finals? Come on, this is a close one. We run away with it. We just defeated the 1 seed. Let's go. All right. Whoa, Washington swept the Cavs. I know LeBron and squad has been struggling lately, but look, IT is back and everything. And they got swept by John Wall and company. All right, John Wall and them are good. Here we go, game 1. And we lose by 1. Again, I'm not jumping in. I never jump into these games because that would take away from what we're trying to do. We're getting blown out, so let's just let it run. Let it run. Okay. Okay, we took a game. We took another game. Game 5. Yes. Game 7. Okay. All right. Game 7. We just won a Game 7 series. Let's go. 1 more. 1 more. It's getting close. 5 minutes left. We're up by 7. That should be a GG, right? Yes. 2 minutes. We're going to be in the championship. We're in the championship. Yo, 2 Game 7 series. Eric Bledsoe stepping up in Game 7. Uh-oh, guys. We're in the championship against none other than the Golden State Warriors. Let's see how we do here. Game 1. It's the Warriors. Okay, all right. I understand. Game 2. Okay, yeah, we're fighting. We fighting. Yes, let's go. We win by 2 or win by 10. Game 3. No, come on. We fight. Game 3 is ours. Were we the home team? No, game 3 we were the home team. Okay, let's take this next one at home, bro. This is gonna be this is a big game. They came out strong. They came out yeah, that's the type of game. Yes, all right. We're gonna ignore that. That didn't happen because game 5 is the most important game of the series, and we get blown out. Don't lose this series, Milwaukee. Honestly, I'm surprised we're even here. If we can take this to game 7, we lost it. No big deal. We got to the championship. That's all that matters. I mean, of course we wanted to win, but I'm surprised we even made it that far. I'll take it. Now, with me being the GM, me and making those necessary moves to get us better, we're going to look good. Okay, so from this point on, this is an unrealistic video. All the way until this point was realistic as possible. When I start taking over the team, I'm going to be making trades that in real life, you're not going to see happen because I like to finesse. I like to do what I can to help my team win. We didn't have our pick. Our pick ended up being the 20th pick, so the Suns got that, and they got the 7th pick, which is not great. All right, the draft. The draft is where things go down. Yes, we do not, or no, we don't have a pick, but this is how I'm gonna do this. There are guys on this roster that are taking up cap space that are, you know, not the best, like John Henson, Matthew Dellavedova, Mirza Teletovic got a $10 million contract. We're gonna trade him for nothingness. First rounder, John Henson. First rounder. And then Matthew Dellavedova. We're going to make the deal to pick up P-Pat, save a little bit of money. But even that, we're still over the cap. So guys like Tony Snell probably going to have to move because we got a lot of money tied up to big fella for good reason. He is the best player here. One of the best players in the league. But if we can turn Tony Snell into a reasonable contract, somebody that's, hold on, let's throw in our 2nd round pick from this year and the next year's 2nd round. Like, this deal looks dope because we get Rashawn Holmes, who is a 77 overall and just $1 million contract. So again, I said it's no longer realistic, and this next trade is going to be not realistic at all. Chris Middleton, Thon Maker, who has crazy trade value. First rounder Rashawn Holmes for D-Book and Chris Bosh. All right. Okay, we're doing it. Deal done. And I kind of want to flip Chris Bosh can I make him a center and be successful? Kinda, but I would like to flip him because right now we don't have a center. But the reason I make that deal, again, this is our goal is to win a championship right now, and well, D Booker's really good. He's really good, so we're gonna do that and try to flip Chris Bosh if we can. So I'll let you know if we come up with a deal. Chris Bosh, first round of TLC for John Lure and Miles Turner. That didn't take long. That didn't take long at all to find a good deal there. So our team right now is looking like Eric Bledsoe, D-Book teaming up once again. Maybe Eric Bledsoe don't really like that. Giannis, Jabari Parker, Miles Turner. Off the bench, we got Malcolm Brogdon, James Ennis, John Lure. The bench is looking kind of trash, Rondo. But we can maybe make some moves to get our bench a little bit better, but we don't really have that much money. But I'm going to see what I can do. So I need a better wing player. Marcus Morris is a nice wing, small forward, can also play some power forward. And Alex Abrines is a knockdown shooter. So we'll do that deal, trading John Lue in the first rounder. So him coming into that lineup is going to be cool. Honestly, Malcolm Brogdon can be our backup point guard officially because he can't carry the ball or ball handle. A backup center is necessary right now, and then after that, we're pretty much done. No matter the amount of times people tell me how to pronounce this guy's name, I always do it wrong. Jakob Poeltl? I think I may have got it. I don't know. But yes, we did just trade for Alex Abrines, but we need the backup center more than we need that shooter. So Poeltl is going to step in there, and I think our team is ready to win a championship. So let's get to sending some games. So we're sitting at 47-6. No big deal. You know, this is what we do here in Milwaukee. And that's even with our 6th man being out for a lot of the season, because if we go back over the settings, remember in the beginning of the video, I had injuries on because I wanted Jabari Parker to be out to make it more realistic. So he is, you know, right there. Injuries are still on. So Malcolm Brogdon, our 6th man, did sit out a lot of season, but it don't matter because we're still destroying teams. Giannis is a 97 overall. You know, he's putting up 22 and a half, 10 rebounds, 7 assists. Typical Giannis numbers, D-Book. You know, our team is looking good, man. If we don't win the championship, I'd be highly disappointed in our playoff run, but right now we're just destroying, steamrolling. We're going to continue our success. We started off the season 10-0, you know, then we took two quick L's, but after that we went on another little streak. The Milwaukee Bucks are looking good. 100% fan interest. Let's win this championship. MVP Giannis. 23, 10, and 7. 2 steals, 1.5 blocks. MVP Giannis right there, boys. Rookie of the Year went to Mike James, who if I'm not mistaken... Oh, never mind. This is somebody different. This is somebody different. All right. I'm thinking about the guy from Phoenix. I was like, wow, how would he win Rookie of the Year? Greg Monroe, who we traded away year number 1, is 6th man of the year. Defense player of the year went to Rudy. And John Collins wins most improved, averaging a double-double. Coach of the year, which Chase Kid himself. 69 and 13. 99 overall, 99 offense, 99 defense. Giannis first team, all of course. Because, I mean, you can't win MVP without being on first team, right? First team defense, too, for Giannis, which is dope. And we didn't have any rookies, so that don't matter. We did finish with the best record in the East. I don't know if that's the best record in the league. Yes, best record in the league. Better than the Golden State Warriors. Let's get it, man. Orlando don't stand a chance. Don't even take a game. They took a game. They took 2 games. Hold on now. Hold on now. There we go. Okay. All right. That scared me for a minute. The Bulls in the playoffs already? They should not be a problem, though. Unless they made a big signing. Robert Covington, Noah Vonleh, yeah, they should not be a problem. Eastern Conference Finals, yes. And we're going against Boston Celtics, so we got Kyrie and company coming to Milwaukee. And, yeah, I think we should be good, though. They take a game. There we go, 2-1, 3-1. And we're back to where we were, but this time we're going against the Houston Rockets. Let's get it. Game 1, Game 2, Game 3. Oh, my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. No, 152? We can't be giving up 152 points. We ain't about to blow a 3-0 lead, fam. We're not about to blow a 3-0 lead. I'll talk to y'all tomorrow.